Hello, Kings fans, and welcome to episode 5 of Kings Connected. My name is Dylan Baker. In the first 4 episodes, we chatted with 2 forwards, a defenseman, and a goaltender from the London Junior Knights AAA Major Midget team, all of whom have committed to the Camoka Kings for next season. That team had a lot of success last year, making it all the way to the finals, and potentially they would have had a chance to win them had the season not been cut short. Today we talked to one of their teammates as Matson Micallef joins the show. Last year in 30 games with the AAA Junior Knights, he posted 11 goals and 7 assists for 18 points. We're very excited to get a chance to chat with him, but before we do, we'd like to take some time to thank the frontline workers for all that they're doing for us. Their effort is greatly appreciated in the midst of a pandemic as they try to keep us safe and healthy during these times. Now, without further ado, let's dive right into things with Matson Micallef. I'm now joined by Matson Micallef, a forward from the AAA London Junior Knights Major Midget team last season. Matson, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
Not too bad. Let's dive right into things. You played your minor hockey career with both the Elgin Middlesex Chiefs and London Junior Knights. What were you able to take away from both organizations?
I think development's a big thing. I think obviously you're playing with a lot of talented guys, and I think day to day, it allows you to, work on your fundamentals and get better every day for that next level.
That's great. And last season, you got a chance to play a game as an AP with the London Nationals. What were you able to take away from your first game at the Junior B level?
Pace is a lot quicker. Everything's magnified, hits, mistakes. So you got to know what you're doing with the puck before you get it, and you got to make smart plays.
That's great. And you were able to take that away from one game. What do you think you can expect from your first full season at the Junior B level?
Again, same thing, pace. Competitiveness is going to be high. You got to bring your game every day. You got to work hard, and you got to be prepared to do things for the team.
For sure. And you mentioned, as we mentioned earlier, you committed to the Kings for next season. How did you come to that decision?
A lot of my buddies from last year obviously are signing with the team this year, so that's a huge part of it. I'm a Camoka kid. I lived there for a few years, so that definitely impacted my decision to play there. I've heard good things about the organization, so I think it was a pretty easy decision.
Awesome. If you had to describe your play style to fans, what can they expect from Matson Micallef in a Kings uniform in 2020-2021?
I think explosiveness is a big thing. I think I can join the rush pretty quick, help out offensively as well as defensively. Like I said, help out the D side of the puck. I'm a two-way player, so you're going to expect a lot of digging in the corners and a lot of hard work out there.
How important is that explosiveness and two-way asset to your game at the Junior B level, do you think?
Really important. You can't be one zone. You gotta work in both zones and help out your D-man as well as your forwards.
That's great. And Roop Chandradat, president and GM, says he likes the way you play, and he feels that you have an opportunity to step in and help the Kings this season. What are your thoughts on this?
That's great. Definitely, I feel like I can bring another element to the team. I feel like, everybody has a role on the team, and if I get my role, I'll play that role throughout the year and help to make my teammates better.
That's awesome. And as you mentioned earlier, quite a few of your teammates from last season have committed to the Kings for next year. How excited are you to continue your development journey with them?
Great. Yeah, it's exciting for sure. Being able to build on relationships that I formed last year, moving up with a couple of the boys. I know Tidge, Goffer, Colt, there are some of those guys. So definitely excited to build on those relationships and build new ones.
That's great. And is there a guy that you really enjoy watching play or that you model your play style after?
First one that comes to mind, I'd say Mitch Marner. He's a threat on both ends of the ice. He can play power play, penalty kill. Wherever you put him, he's going to be dangerous out there. So he's definitely fun to watch. The creativity in his game for sure, something that's really fun to watch. That's
true. And Mitch is a very creative player, but also very talented on both ends of the ice, as you alluded to there. What did you learn from your coaches last year, and what do you think that Colin Martin and his staff can bring to your game this season?
I think in both cases, hard work and discipline. You got to move forward as a team. You're going to go through obstacles as a team. So I think if you're prepared to come every day and work, that's a big thing.
I know it was cut short, but what memories can you take away from last season?
Just being in the room with the guys, before games, before practices, on and off the ice, just, playing pranks on the youngsters, just all around good atmosphere there. So that's the one thing I'd take away from last year.
We've heard a lot of your former teammates, or some of them are going to be your teammates next season as well, mention how great the relationships were on that team. How special were they?
Really special. I feel like in order to be successful as a team, you gotta build relationships with the guys next to you, right? So Going out there and knowing that the guy next to you has your back is a really important thing. If you move forward as a team, like I said, you're going to win games. You're going to win championships that way.
That all-is-one mentality is very important in a team's success. And final question for you, Matson. What have you been doing throughout isolation in order to keep yourself ready for next year?
Got a little home gym set up. So, I'm just focusing on staying in shape, getting stronger, eating healthy, those kind of things. I know Goffer touched on it a little bit. Just shooting pucks, stick handling, doing those little things to remain focused and, get prepared for the season ahead.
Fantastic. Thanks so much for joining us today, Matson. Stay safe.
Thanks for having me.
That was Matson Micallef, a forward who spent last season with the AAA Major Midget Junior Knights and posted 11 goals and 7 assists for 18 points in 30 games. Matson really talked about how important it was to be explosive at the Junior B level because the speed is so much faster and you have to play a good defensive game as a forward if you want to achieve team success. And he talked about how he models his game after Mitch Marner, who is a very creative offensive player, a very explosive one as well, but is prudent and responsible on the defensive side of the ice, blocks quite a few shots. So Mitch Marner is his guy that he tries to model his game after, and a very talented player at that. This has been episode 5 of Kings Connected. We thank the frontline workers once again. We'll talk to you all on Thursday for episode 6.